Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls. Just taking care of the pigs before I head off to bed. Glad I checked on them because I don't think they would have enough food until morning, which would not have been good at all. Yeah, don't forget to close the gate. Don't want them getting out. So brought in a trailer's worth of corn, and everything that's left over is what they wouldn't take because their feed trough is full. Straw bales, they're all set on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump this corn on back into the silo. The plowing contract down in field number 39, I finished that, so we got paid just under 22 grand from that. And of course the BGA is bringing in the money per hour as well. Actually, do we still got stuff down there? No, we went through all of that. Let me go ahead and deactivate that. Oh, and the greenhouses now are empty as well, so they need some water. Well, I'll get to it in the morning. Not that big of a rush because, I mean, yeah, it brings in money, but not a whole lot. I mean, if it was bringing in thousands of dollars an hour, I'd be over there right now filling up with water. But it brings in like $2,500 a day, all those greenhouses combined. So we are up to 46,000. Do I want to check on the store? Probably shouldn't. Well, there is a corn header there, but it's only 6 meter wide. I would like one a little bit bigger than that, please. So I think we're all set. Yeah, the rest of the animals should be good. We'll wake up at 6 just to see what's there for contracts. I do have a contract pending. I took it today. It is a plowing contract. I'm hoping it stays there through the month. It came up rather late. Is it still going to be there? Yes, it's still there. Anything came up overnight that's interesting? Not really, but these may cycle through here pretty quick. Field 47, that's right behind us actually, is it not? Yes, it is. That's where the plowing contract needs to go. But our field in the 43 that we just purchased, that is ready for harvest. So is this should be a wheat field in field number 40, and our oat field 36 is ready. Field 37, 28, and 38, those are corn fields. Those are going to be a while. So we're definitely start harvesting field number 43, which is rye. I don't know if I'm going to get straw off of that. I don't think so. But I want to harvest this, and then I want to plow in these little runoff areas in the field, make it all one pure field. I'll have to take more soil samples just to add that in there. And then we're going to plant grass in there as well. Let's see. The pigs should be fine. Let me just double check on the animals just to make sure. The pigs, they're getting kind of full and slurry, so we need to bring that over. Yeah, the food's looking rather good. The ducks and the chickens, they're fine for a few hours. And then the sheep. Oh, yeah, the sheep. Productivity. Oh, their health is getting on down. I need to go over there and give them a bale. So, yeah, let me actually head over there. Let me drop off the fertilizer spreader. And we'll might as well take the vulture on over. We'll give them a few bales of hay. I thought they were good through the night. I guess not. And then while we're over there, we'll probably top them off with water. And then I'll leave the vulture over there because I want to do the greenhouses. I got to put water in there. So let's zip on over there and we'll take care of the sheep. All right, so there is the gas station and its next entrance on the left. That much I do know. If I'm coming back from the other direction, I kind of get confused for some reason. But then again, I get confused rather easily. Hello, sheep. We're coming with your food. I know you're getting a little hungry. You're down to 10%. Actually, we got one that's kind of just sitting there waiting for food to be in the trough. Okay, so I just got some stacks left. Let's try to get this as high as we can. And then angle back. Don't be surprised if a bale falls on us. Ooh, I don't want the whole stack to come down. Alright, there's a bale on top of us, but we're fine. Yeah, roll down there. There we go. We got 2 bales and 1 fell down. Not that big of a deal. I don't think they'll even take 1 full bale. Alright, is that bale still there? Yeah, let's go ahead and put this one back away. Actually, looks like they took some hay out of this one as well. I'll just roll this in here. There we go. And then the water tankers should be right in place. They're not out of water, but we're over here And we'll try to top them off. I don't know how much water is left in the tanker. Yeah, not a whole lot of water. Well, they are topped off. So we had enough in the tanker. Now let's go park this over at the greenhouses and we'll take care of that later on. Like I said, the greenhouses do just bring in enough cash for us to kind of offset the loan interest that we have every month. I kind of mentioned many times that we're going to sell the greenhouses at some point and maybe put a production building over here. But the greenhouses are still here, so we'll keep them running until I can find different use for this land. Land's not really big enough for me to want to make a farming field over here, just because it'd be a long drive over to get all of our equipment over here to harvest the field. There we go, we'll let that fill up. Yeah, production building over here. Originally I was thinking the premium edition production buildings over here, but maybe something else in the future. We'll have to wait and see. But today we need to focus on getting our new field harvested and expanded on. So let's grab our combine. And yeah, I guess I'll tow it out of here. I was going to hook right up to it, but yeah, I can hook right up to it because that's our field. It does angle all the way around. I had a little brain fart there for a second. I was like, wait a minute, that's not my field. I'm like, no, now it is. It is. That's what we're harvesting. Okay, why didn't you... That should be close enough to line up, right? There we go. All right, fold that up. Unfold the combine. Header down and we'll start harvesting. And as we saw, the field is in pretty good condition. All right, let me see if I can turn on... Oh, we can get a straw swath off of it. Perfect. In that case, what I think I'll do... you know what? Let me turn this off for a moment completely. We got a few things I need to set up. I should get the Landini plowing field number 47 and get that contract going. And then I'll put the Fent on the Fent and they can follow us and get some straw bales. I really thought... I thought there was a crop that I could not make straw out of, but... maybe it was a contract I was doing, and maybe that's why I wasn't doing straw, because I can't get straw off a contract field unless I run a mod. So now the money's coming in pretty good. I think the next purchase after, of course, we're going to, like I said, make that field a grass field. So switching out our forage wagons would help me out quite a bit. Buying some mowers would be good, but I'm not going to buy them until I need them. I may need the money for something else. But we'll get you working on this field pronto. So let's go ahead and create job. You can go that way. I think 2 headlands. You know what? Why don't you do 3? That way you got plenty of room to turn around. And you get done when you get done. If I got to do some touching up afterwards, that's fine. Looks like a Frank is taking over in the morning. Seems like we get Franks early in the morning. All right, now let's go back to the farm here. As for the straw bales, I don't think I really need any, but we'll store them on up. And then we can sell them now in the winter when I get, you know, a better profit on the straw. So we have a trailer to transport it on over. Unfold you, put that on down. Should be on 240s. Ooh, 220s. Yeah, it should be on 240s. There we go. And is it control and reset? Ah, I actually remember the key binding. Perfect. All right, and now what you need to do is follow the combine. 25 meters behind should be good. And looks like we got Frank Jr. is going to follow behind us. Of course, on the corners, yeah, they will probably miss a few pieces here and there. So what I'm going to do is actually just drive straight across. That way I keep going in a straight line. The field's an L shape. It's going to look a little weird. I'm not really harvesting the bushes and grass, but we're going to drive right on through them. But we are going to plow this all in and make it all one field. It doesn't look like it's that much of an area when you're looking at the map itself, but when you're actually in the field looking at how much area is like runoffs, that's going to definitely help us out in the future on yield-wise. But this is going to be all a grass field here. We should be able to harvest it. Let's see, it's going to ferment, or not, germinate into August. So September, October. It should be ready to be cut in November. Now, our other grass field, I think will be ready to cut in October. So if I'm going to cut grass and I don't own the mowers yet, it'll be better if I do it all in the same month. So I may not cut all the grass until November. This is why I should be doing a headland first, because I'm trying to get the worker to follow me without doing corners. And it might be a little bit rough doing that. When I empty this into the trailer, I'll go into the pig pen to see if the pigs will accept this as a crop that they can eat. But I don't think it will be, because we do have the animal food overview mod. And if I do this, pigs, grain, wheat, barley, pig food. So it's wheat and barley and pig food is all they will take for protein. Or whatever that was under. Grain? Might have been grain crop. Well, we got one bale so far. It's a good start. I mean, whatever we get off this field is kind of a bonus, because we didn't plant the field. We didn't do anything with this field. Although I did 2 fertilizing contracts on it. So this is all like free money kind of coming back to us now. But nothing like an early morning harvest, but we got 3 fields to harvest. They don't all have to be done in July. I'm pretty sure I got until August to get them all done. And we might do that because the other 3 fields, which are corn, are not going to be ready until September, I do believe. Oh, actually, now I could actually expand this field if I wanted to, because we own this property through here. Although this is where the chickens and ducks are. So I don't know how much I can expand into there. The more we expand, the better. We're actually getting a good amount of rye off the field. The nitrogen level is too high, actually. The pH value is good. So the yield's going to be just a little bit off because we got too much nitrogen in the field. But that'll burn off. Hopefully with the amount of grass cuts that we do in here, maybe a couple. By the time we decide to switch over to another crop, it may be down to where it needs to be. Just one minor problem, other than running into my own crop. All my tractors are currently being used, so I have to get rid of a worker for now, so I can go get the grain trailer to unload the combine. Yeah, the Landini is plowing field number 47, and of course I left the Valtra over at the sheep farm. to help take care of the greenhouses. Oh, trailer faces that way. So we'll be storing the rye until wintertime and sell it then. That should be the best time to sell it. And the rate that this rye is actually harvesting at, I think we're going to get a full trailer. For sure. Well, I mean, maybe not for sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think we will. Alright, let's detach from that. While the combine's unloading, I can hitch this back up and get a worker back in here. Nope, not hitched up yet. There we go. Turn that on. Control F. Nope, wrong Control F. Not Control F, that will do it. 25 meters, which is good. That is still unloading. Nope, now it's done. Alright, let me get back to harvesting here. We'll continue on. And at some point, well, the combine will get full. I'll have to move the trailer or drive the combine back over to the trailer, one or the other, and unload. But I am hoping for a full trailer of rye off this field. Well, how much rye have we gotten off the field? Well, pretty darn good. Full trailer, not yet, but I think we got enough in the combine to achieve that goal. I was kind of hoping that Frank would be done plowing field number 47, the contract job, because I kind of need it over here in just a little while. I think I just saw a notification saying they were about 60% done. And of course the money would be very nice to have, because maybe I would buy the mowers today, maybe, if we get enough contracts and money coming in. But I think the mower is going to be more than what we're going to have with that contract being complete. Let's see, 42, and then, yeah, we're going to have like 63,000 once that contract is done, and the mower is going to be a little bit more than that. But I suppose I could at least buy the butterfly mower. That would cut out the least expense on that part of it. We can turn off the header of the combine. And this should easily fill up the trailer. Let's see, while that's doing that, we're going to jump into the Fendt ourselves. Dismiss the worker. And we'll turn the baler off. We'll spit that out. Let's get this off the field. This will be used again very soon. The repair status on something is terrible. It's either the, well, it's either the Fendt or the Fendt. They're both Fendts. It's either the tractor or the baler. So let's go ahead and take care. Oh, watch out for that cement post. Yeah, that's not helping us out that much now, is it? Well, the baler's pretty good. Ah, there's our culprit. Yikes. $5,700. Well, it's got to be repaired. And you know what? While we're here, we'll repair the baler as well for $157 at that point. Well, there goes a lot of the cash right there. But it needs to be done. Especially when we got an oat field to bale up later on. And also we're going to have a wheat field to bale up later on. And let's see. I don't know what I'm trying to... I think I'm just going to want to park this out of the way for now, I suppose. Let's drop this off right here. All right, we'll get the trailer, which I'm sure is full. And I'm guessing there's still some more in the combine. Fingers crossed that there is. Yes, there is. Alright, so there's 43,000. Let's go put this into the silo. As we just saw, I don't think I can feed it to the chickens either. So let's double check. Pigs, grain, wheat, barley, corn, sorghum, corn, soybeans, canola, sunflower, pig food, potato, sugar beet, pig food. So nothing there for them, and the chickens are alfalfa, hay, corn, wheat, barley, sorghum. Yeah, I don't see anything on here that takes the rye, and our grain mill does not take it either. So we'll just put this right into the silo and sell it later on in the year. Luckily we got ourselves a big silo here. I think this one holds 10 million liters, something like that. We should never approach anything like that. It's not like we're on Oceanside Forest where I need 8 million liters of feed or whatever it was. I don't remember at this point. It was, I don't think it was even 8 million liters, but it was a lot. Maybe it was 3 million. Seemed like it was 8 when I was doing all the cutting down of the trees and such. Yes, we're 70% done with that field, so maybe by the time I pick up the hay bales, straw bales off this field, that contract will be done, that I can bring the Landini down here. Just fairly quickly we got to plow in some areas. And we got a good amount of straw bales out the field, and I forgot to see what the straw counter was. But while this is unloading, we can just go into here. Bales. Produce 40 bales? Alright then. We produced 40 bales today off of this field. So almost 50,000. It might be 50,000 liters almost on the dot. It's going to be pretty close. We can check our storage here in just a moment. But we had 43,000 before, and now we're just shy of 7. So we're going to be right at 50,000 liters of rye. And I think it was going at best price $400 per. So maybe $20,000 worth of rye to sell later on in the year. Let's get that all into the silo. All right, now if we check our stock market page and we find the rye. Where's the rye? Down here. Well, the best time in January, if we sell it, we'll get $20,412 for it. Along with our environmental score bonus, of course. Let's drop that off here. Actually, let me get the combine now off the field as well. That says 70% done. Looks like it's only like 60% done. All right. Not that big of a deal. Where am I here? We're here. We're here. There we go. And actually, we'll take the header off because I will be crossing the road, and I'm not going to be able to do that going across like so. But next we'll be harvesting the wheat field. That'll be like next episode. My main goal is to get this field taken care of. We'll probably be drilling grass in this field next episode as well. And we can park you right there. You're off the field and you're all set to go for harvesting next time. Alright, we need our dolly and then the low loader to grab all the straw bales off the field. And I think the dolly is going to be on the tanker, right? No, it's actually on the low loader. Okay, I knew that. Alright, now hopefully I can remember how to do the bales. Not one at a time, but all the way through. It was a while since I used it, and I was like, why can't I pick up the bales? Why do I have to stop? I think I figured it out. Did he figure it out? We're about to find out. Let me put it on there. Let's see. Container type needs to be... Do I need to pull up beside it so I can switch it to bales? Well, I'll just activate it anyways. It should pick them up automatically. There we go. Control left shift R. Before I was just hitting shift R to auto load, but for bales you got to hit control shift and R. Makes it a little bit easier. Oh, I have not checked actually the store page today to see what's for sale. So who knows, I might be able to get a deal. Might be something that we're looking for on sale. It does happen for us. And I think it happens quite often to me more than others. I've been very lucky throughout my Let's Plays finding the exact item I want on for sale. Maybe not at the time that I want to have it, but it does come up often enough. I think I'm hitting every bale that I'm picking up. Now the question is, where am I going to store them? Because the way I'm going to unload them, I don't think it's going to fit into the shed. But maybe, yeah, backing up. Backing this trailer up on a dolly, it's not going to work out well for me. We all know that. I did not realize we were making this many bales. Of course, I was in the combine. And the worker was behind us, just dropping them. And I really wasn't noticing until we were near done. Like, oh yeah, how many bales did we make? 40. Are you going to put any bales on the front? Yes, you are. I guess you ask, and then you get answered. And I think we are full. Yep, we are full. I don't want to put them into the big shed because I'm kind of parking the header in there. And I need to turn the combine all the way around. Can I cheese the system? Meaning, can we glitch these to the wall? Without running into my home, my beautiful little tent. Slowly trying to get my trailer back into the shed so I can unload these bales. Yeah, it wouldn't allow me to unload them because there was an object in the way, so you can't unload them through a wall. So right now I'm trying to get my tray in there. Just on a dolly system. Well, I almost got it dead center, which is not what I want to do. Let's see, will it unload? Yep, we're blocked. Alright, let me try this again here. You would think just backing up straight would work, but that doesn't work out well. Is that going to be enough room? No, it's not. Alright, the question is there actually enough room to do that in here? And one way for me to only do it at this point is we'll pick up the trailer like this and just like push it to the side. Well, if I do it like that, there's enough room. But now I'm going to hit the bales as I pull on out of there. Alright, so the answer is yes, I can put them in there if I back up correctly. But with this dolly system, that's not going to happen for me. But it's okay, I'm killing time waiting for Frank to finish plowing up that field. And we only got a handful of bales to go here. And now the field is clear of bales, but we're going to have a whole bunch more once we do the oat and wheat field. So I might as well leave these stacked on here and wait until I get a full trailer. I don't really feel like putting down an auto shed that will take them. Let me go ahead and disconnect from that. And now as I wait for the Landini to get done with the plowing job, we'll go ahead and we'll get our seed drill done. I think that it said 90% done in that field. Actually, before I hook up to that, I'm going to have to do soil samples again where I plow the new field. So actually, let's get that on the tractor. Let's get the the fertilizer spreader out of the way. And yes, we just did soil samples before, but not where the... I don't think it's going to show up where there's no field. And only soil samples where there is a field. That's why we had the same issue on Oceanside Forest, that we had to clear cut an area before we could do soil samples. So you can see we got the soil samples in, but it's only where a field is. So we got to definitely plow these on in. Still only at 50%. What's the... Nitrogen was overshot, as we know. Alright, well, that'll be a better score in a little while. So as I wait, or as I'm not going to wait, I'm actually going to jump in here pretty soon. What have we done on this contract? Yeah, 93%. Cultivating for 20,000. Ooh, that is a good paying job right there. I would lose 4,000 on leasing the equipment, but then I could do like field number 43 along the way. Oh, 42. I don't like working in field 42 or even doing a course play worker because field 42, yeah, it's got all this into it. And it just makes, even with course play, just going back and forth, it takes a lot of time for the tractors to turn around. So it's a lot of time. Even though I'm not doing it, it just takes forever. So I may double think on that. Anyways, what I'm going to do here, wait for them to finish this row. I'm going to dismiss the worker. Although that 20 grand would help us out in buying maybe the mowers. Oh yeah, the shop. What's for sale today? Well, nothing that we're looking for. Definitely nothing that we're looking for. So, I mean, unless it was a bigger forage wagon and mowers, that's all I was really caring about too much. So 93% done. A couple of passes and we'll be done with this contract. Then we can go plow up our field, soil sample, and then we're set to pretty soon drill. Well, like always, the farmers around here are good enough with this getting enough of the job done, I suppose. Contract complete, so I'm happy with it. Well, let's go ahead and collect on that. Boy, I'm very tempted to do the other cultivating job, even though I'm just not sure here. 22,000. That'll get us up to like 80 some odd $1,000. And how much are those mowers? I've been leasing them, not really paying attention to the pricing on them. So 75, 85, almost $90,000 for the mowers. And right now, I'm not bringing actually any money in other than the contracts because the BGA currently is empty. We don't have any silage to put into there. I'll probably end up doing it, basically, because I do want those mowers. And I'll have to maybe pass on the forage wagon for today, because right now we only got the one grass field. So just transporting one grass field over to the BGA and compacting it like I did before, it's going to be like 12 trips. But if I had that field and this field to transport, I'd be looking at the forage wagon for sure. And make sure I turn on to allow to create fields. Now, I don't know if our property boundary, how it actually works. Where it actually is. I don't know if we own that little side road right there, but we're just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to add this to it as well. I'm trying to figure out if I want to extend it out by the chickens also. I mean, we own that property, and I thought about putting solar panels out there. Although, was it on yesterday's episode of Hills to Tuscany? I was kind of talking a little bit about the generators and like wind turbines and solar panels, on how the money that they say they make per month doesn't always seem to come out as they say it is. Now that wind turbine on Hills of Tuscany is not bringing the money, as we know. Kind of like on Hinterland, we had the wind turbine and it brought in maybe like a third of what it said it was going to bring in. So this plow isn't quite wide enough to get it all in one pass. So I'll overlap a little bit just to be sure. I do understand the purpose of having these in the field, but as for the game itself, I think it just makes it a little bit more, not difficult, but I mean, if we really don't need it, I think we'll do it that way. Now I just got to switch over to the other side and we'll be done. And we'll get the soil sampling done. And we are just about all set to flop this field over in a matter of hours. I mean, last month at this time, we didn't even own this field. And now we've already harvested it. Got about 50,000 liters. Was it 50,000 liters? I kind of forgot. I saw the money that we're going to make off it. 50,059 liters of rye off the field. Let's go ahead and park you right here. The yard is starting to look a little bit messy, but it's the middle of summer. You should expect that. Just going to start parking everything anywhere I can currently. Alright, let's grab some quick samples. Yeah, we just did it last month, but it's got to be done again. As we open up some more farm land. Probably should do the whole field, but I'm just going to grab what we need to grab. And send in the samples, please. $4.50 for the samples. And now the field's all set to be drilled. It may need some lime, and I may take care of that at another time when we're not so busy in the month of July. Let's drop that off there. Get the drill all set to go. Fertilizer and seed is what we need. And someone parked the combine right by the hut. Now I do have some seed over here. We do. Let me switch that over to grass. Well, that should be grass right there. Move this forward. Now the straw pellets, I think I'll end up doing that probably on the hills of Tuscany, just because we'll be making more money there than we are going to be doing here. And to be able to do all that, I need like a bigger tractor anyways. All right, there's the grass. Seed. Now I just got to find the right spot for the fertilizer. There we go. All right, so the drill is all set for some grass. We'll be taking care of this next time. Just to refresh my memory, because Hills of Tuscany and this map, my grass cycles are off by a month, and I already forgot which one's which. I am thinking this grass field, I'm assuming this grass field is ready for harvest. I think the Hills of Tuscany is 1 month behind this one. Yes, this looks like it's ready. It is. It definitely is. Yeah, I would like to buy those mowers, which means... Nope, not that button. Which means... Alright, we will borrow the items on that. And if we're going to do one, we'll do a couple. Accept contract. Is that the same cultivator? I hope so. I probably should have looked. It probably would have been cheaper to borrow the items. It looked like the same size cultivator. I think it would have been cheaper to borrow them on the cheaper contract because it would have taken less out of my... yeah. I think it's the same cultivator. So it probably would have cost me $2,000 to borrow those items rather than the $4,000 it cost me on this one. For the same items. Same working with. I think it was the same cultivator. But here we are now. But I do get to use the New Holland T9. And there goes the train. So you can see the train going through before the barricades go down. There they go. Now the barricade's going to go up. And after the train goes by, they go back down. I still have yet to get T-boned by the train by just, you know, rolling on through here without checking on it to make sure it's not going through. So I'm going to work her started on cultivating these fields to get the money on up. We will buy at least a butterfly mower. I don't know if I can afford to buy both. But maybe after I get the contracts done, I'll have I think it said need like 90 grand, but these contracts will get me up to maybe 80, somewhere around there. I don't know, maybe more contracts are coming through the day before I get to cutting the grass. And once again, we got another farmer who did not harvest their crops for some reason. But anyways, that's where we're going to have to wrap it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one. Actually, it's going to be kind of satisfying to watch this crop just disappear.